Hello Leo, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Leo for the week of June 20th. Now Leo, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now I do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform, so do not get scammed. Let's go ahead and get a shuffle in here. Now I am using the Tarot Muka deck as well as the Angels and Ancestors deck. There are links to both of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. All right, I think that's looking just about good enough to me. Go ahead and put this up here. And then we'll also take 3 oracle cards to clarify as we go along. All right. So, Leo, really liking what I'm seeing here for the most part for you. Actually, yeah, I'm liking what I see here for you. The thing is, I think that for some of you, there is a situation that is unexpected in love, and I do not think this is negative. I think that there is a revelation. I think that there might be even a pleasant surprise in your love situation in this week, or this or in the future for you, depending on whether it's this week or it's coming in the future is hard to say. But I do think that there's a pleasant surprise. I also think that there are feelings around your stability and kind of your sort of foundation in the world that are also kind of coming into play here. So in the overall situation, you do have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is a major card of marriage. You can see that the family here is sort of celebrating between the Four Wands, and this is a ceremony that they are going through, okay? And so this is one of the major marriage cards in the tarot. It's also about foundations and achievements, okay? And so 4 is a number of stability, and this can come forward when potentially you are kind of trying to create get a solid footing in the workplace, or try to create stable ground on a side hustle or a job, like if you're self-employed, trying to sort of create a sort of steady stream of income or something along those lines, right? This can also represent a new start in one's life, as the Four of Wands is as I said, it's a card of marriage. And when you think about it this way, when you go from being single to being married, that is a new start. And so this can also just talk about new starts in your life. But the thing is, I think that there are, when I say issues, I don't mean negative issues. I think in your mind, you are thinking about the issue of stability, not a negative issue, but just the topic. You're thinking about the topic of stability, and whether this is in love or this is in work, I think it'll depend on what your situation is. Like if you're already married, it's probably just going well, and it's probably going to continue going well in the past. But if you're not married, right? So it really depends on what situation you find yourself in. In the past, you have the 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. So the 10 of Pentacles is a major card of empires. You can see here the castle symbolism. So with the 10 of Pentacles, they are in the castle, okay? And so the thing is, castles in tarot represent rewards and riches. And in many cards, in many illustrations, you'll see the castle symbolism, like in this one, in the background here with the Four of Wands, indicating that there are rewards and riches to come. There are rewards and riches on the way. Well, the thing is, the 10 of Pentacles is like you being in the castle. Okay, this is a major energy of abundance. It's a major energy of building a legacy of, empires, of maybe even inheritances, money being passed through generations, so forth and so on. So it's a very good card. And you do have this with the Five of Wands, which is an energy of conflict, competition, and like strife in some ways. The thing is, to get to the castle, metaphorically speaking here, takes a whole lot of work, right? And there will be ups and downs in your journey to moving into the castle, right? It will take, there will be challenges along the way. And I get the sense that, you've had to sort of fight for what you have with the Five of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, but you've been able to sort of learn from those experiences. And what I do feel like some of you are maybe thinking about is, if you're not yet in the castle, right, metaphorically speaking, I think some of you are maybe taking time to think about your stability and, maybe create a plan for getting yourself there if you're not already. Now, in the future, you have the Ace of Cups and the Tower. So this is what I'm saying here. So the Ace of Cups is a really nice energy of like a new love relationship beginning, or new love entering into your life. It could also just be general happiness coming into your life, like a new start in happiness. A flowing cup or an overflowing cup in tarot is always a good sign of an outpouring of happiness, of love, of joy, of celebration, so forth and so on. And, of course, doves are symbolism for new love. And, the thing is, you have it here with the Tower. The Tower can be a surprise. It can be a revelation. It can be something that that is unexpected, or something that, excuse me, something that you don't see coming. And I feel like, if anything here with the Ace of Cups and the Tower, this is more about something pleasant happening that you weren't expecting, like an unexpected sort of turning around of a situation, or an unexpected sort of positive development in your love life. I do not, or even just in your life generally, like maybe something unexpectedly comes in and there's new happiness arriving for you. I think this is less about doom and gloom. And anyway, the Tower is about a blessing in disguise, right? The Tower is getting yourself out of a unstable situation. So I think this is a big energy of stability, what that looks like for you in partnerships, what that looks like for you in love, and maybe what that looks like for you in career. Let's move up the pyramid here. Oh yeah. So you have the Star, you have the Page of Cups, you have the Nine of Pentacles, and you have the Knight of Swords. So my intuition was absolutely right here. Look, as a reader, whenever I get the Tower and the Star, in whatever position they fall, whenever I get the Tower and the Star in a reading, to me it always suggests that there are good things happening in your life. The Tower is number 16, the Star is number 17, so they come one after the other. The Star is the sort of clarity, it's the sort of healing, it's the sort of optimism or optimistic moment that happens after you go through a Tower moment, right? And, it's always a good sign of that sort of situation working out. And I think that this is more about clarity. I think, the Star also represents a wish come true, or a wish being granted. It's one of the major wish cards in the tarot. And, for some of you here, it may mean that, you've had, it's possible that somebody like unexpectedly asked for your hand in marriage or something like that. Here with the Tower and the Star and the Four of Wands, that's definitely the vibe I could see happening for some of you. I also think that some of you have just been spending time looking at what stability looks like, and I feel like I need to keep saying that, but it's coming in here. You have the Page of Cups, and this, as we have the Page of Cups as well as the Ace of Cups, this may mean that, this may look like you realizing that this person that you've been kind of in a relationship with for some time is part of how you want stability to look like in your life, right? Like you envision yourself with this person. I also think that, if love is already there for you, if you've been in a relationship for a long time, or you've been married for a long time, or so you already have a situation, or if you're just not interested in love, I think what this message is about is your income. I think it's about your money, your financial situation here. and potentially taking the steps that you need to take in order to increase income or improve your income situation. Page of Cups can represent a job offer, or sorry, it can represent an offer or a happy offer or happy news coming in a non-love situation. And the Nine of Pentacles is about financial independence. And on top of that, the Knight of Swords is some type of event charging in very quickly. At like a very quick, at a very quick speed. And so if I'm putting that together, it's possible that some of you are taking a look at a new opportunity that allows you to sort of maybe earn more, but also makes you happier. I feel like this is on the table for some of you who are not here for love. Let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 oracle cards. So you have Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. You have Water Guardian, connect with your emotions, and you also have Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Okay, so, I get the sense that for some of you, again, like if you're already, particularly if you're in a marriage, it's almost like you're having heart-to-heart conversations, you are renewing the energy between the two of you. I think that relationship's strengthening. I think that relationship's getting better. And it's possible that either you or your significant other are having important revelations that maybe are shocking, in that, maybe somebody corrects themselves or says, you know what, I've been doing this one thing and I realize that this has not been very good for us, or whatever the case may be, right? Like some type of self-awareness energy that you weren't expecting or they aren't expecting, that type of situation. I also think that for some of you here, there's this need to be like water. There's this need to flow like water with this Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action, as well as the Water Guardian. Like definitely not swimming upstream, but swimming with the current. And in whatever situation you find yourself in, to be like water at this time, instead of to try to, and sort of allow whatever you're trying to bring into your life to come in, instead of trying to sort of force something. I think there's also a big message of that for some of you. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here. So you have the Three of Swords, you have the Empress, and you have the Temperance card. So there's major healing here of relationships, of stability in your life. So the Three of Swords in the past, that can be heartbreak, it can be separation. It can also just be you connecting with your emotions. And I think that that's probably more likely here. If you take a look at this person, they're obviously crying, and they're feeling upset because there's this heart symbolism here. This is traditionally about breakup, divorce, separation, or anything that breaks your heart, but I don't think it's like that in this reading. I think that this is an outpouring of emotion. That's why I think that this card is coming in. I think that this is you, like this Water Guardian, connecting with your emotions instead of necessarily being, going through a relationship change. The reason I feel like that is because you have so many positive relationship energies around it, and you have so many positive energies around it in general with the Star. Obviously, we have the Tower in the future, but again, I intuitively don't feel negative energy from that. I feel like this is like a surprise. And I think some of you are really connecting with your emotions, whether it's in business, whether it's in work, whether it's in relationships, and so forth and so on. You have this Empress card, which is a very positive sign of huge abundance, especially with the Ten of Pentacles in the past, the two most abundant cards in the tarot. Remember that abundance is just your ability to receive. So this can look like good relationships, right? This can look like healing and mending of relationships. This can be like, it's just something that you've been like wanting to bring in. That's what abundance is. The Temperance card is one of the major healing cards. It is Sagittarius energy. It's also a card of alchemy, patience, balance, and moderation. But the most important thing with the Temperance card is creating balance in one's life. And through balance, you can bring something in. Let's take a look at what else we have here. You have the Queen of Wands, and you have the Emperor. So you have the classic power couple here showing up with the Empress and the Emperor. Okay, both cards are major energies of success. Both cards are very welcome, very positive. It's also parental energy as well. And so, it's maybe that some of you are, and we do have this energy of family with the Ten of Pentacles, because that can be, actually the Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles are both Empire cards. And so that can be maybe something around an inheritance that some of you are receiving, or you have received. That certainly could be the case. That's not going to be for everybody, but I think that this is maybe even just healing between you and your parents or your family unit, or with your significant other. The Queen of Wands is a card of attraction as well, and being able to attract important and rewarding things into your life by being your authentic self. So it's also a card of confidence, creativity as well, and it's like sort of the energy of energy. So I feel like some of you are being energized to initiate this new start, as we talked about with the Four of Wands, to do what you need to do in terms of your career situation, to maybe increase the income, or maybe look at new opportunities, which we saw one that came in here as well. And so I do definitely feel like that is good. And then you have the Two of Swords. It is interesting. The Two of Swords is a decision. Yeah, and then I wanted to get a clarity there. You have the Nine of Cups. I was expecting that card to come in. The Nine of Cups is a card of wishes coming true, or wish fulfillment, just like the Star card. So it's like some of you have an important choice to make with that Two of Swords. And I think it's like trusting your gut on the right choice to make. It's very simple. You have this Ten of Wands. We do see a burden here, but it's almost like the burden is being lifted with the energies of healing between the Star and the Temperance energy. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.